welcome back to the channel, where today we're going to dive into the second chorus of the Josh Idea Goldmine. Hey, this is your fair warning that the video you're about to watch is a later part of a series. What we do in this series is we're analyzing a big, long, unfiltered solo that Josh played over on his channel over a shuffle groove in the key of B flat. And if you want to know why that's important, why that's the vein of gold that we're mining, you need to go to the first video and start there where I explain it all. All right, just like we did in the first video, and like we will in all videos henceforth, before we get started on the analysis, let's hear Josh play that chorus. All right, and now I'm going to slow it down a little bit. All right, so let's get right on into it. I'm trying something new for this edition. I did go ahead and tab out the solo, so I'll be including snippets of that on the screen to hopefully help you follow along. I can't promise that I'm going to do that all the time in the future. Tabbing is a new thing for me, and I'm just feeling it out. So we'll see how it goes. But for at least this week, enjoy those. All right, so he starts by hitting this E flat and just jumping up to the B flat, the root note, in the second position pentatonic. And then sliding into the 10th fret on the E string, which is a D and the third of the one chord that's going on underneath. And he uses this as a way basically to move from the first position pentatonic up into the BB box world, because the next lick he plays, this is one of the quintessential Josh Smith licks. He loves playing that, and why shouldn't he? It sounds great. So 12th fret on the G string, and then make sure that you're squeezing that root note for as much sweetness as you can. And then he walks it up to a bend on the 14th fret, half bend. Walk up on the 11th and 13th fret of the E string. So all of that is. And then he's going to come up here all the way up to the 16th fret, which is the A flat and the 7th of the one chord underneath. And so he's sort of reaching into the fourth box just for a second. And then he's going to come back down and play a quick flurry of notes in the BB box. So that flurry is 13th fret on the E string, 11th fret on the E string, 14th fret on the B string, 11th fret on the B string, 12th fret on the G string, then back up to the root, 11th fret on the B string. And then as the one chord is expiring, he gets us back down into the first pentatonic shape. He's grabbing, again, this A flat, which is the 7th with his pinky. 9th fret on the B string. That slick little phrase. Pentatonic, pentatonic, slide into this major dyad. Major third, F, so your perfect fifth, and then stabs the root. All right, so far we have and then to move into the 4 chord, he's playing sort of a dyad thing to highlight the E flat 7 that's going to come around underneath the 4 chord in a blues in B flat. And he plays these notes. So 7th fret on the D and the B string, sliding into the 8th fret on the D and the B string. So this is implying that shape. And then he plays this phrase. And at first glance, it can kind of seem minor in the key of B flat, because we're playing this D flat, which would be the minor third. But as we know from video 1 and from how we've started here in the second chorus, we know that he's playing in a primarily major tonality. So why is he playing this minor third? And the answer is because the chord underneath, that note is actually the flat 7. So it's a part of the E flat dominant 7, which is going on underneath. And so he's really bringing that out and then actually playing down a mix of the B flat major, B flat minor pentatonic. Right, so the second time he plays that, it's a phrase that repeats twice. He rolls the finger from the 8th fret on the G string to the 8th fret on the D string. Again, root. And then he plays this fancy little thing, double stop lick. So that's probably the prized possession from this chorus, I think, for something that you want to add to your bag. So let's focus in a little bit on it. He's sliding a double stop up into that B flat major shape. It's the 6th fret on the B string and the 7th fret on the G string, but he's sliding it from 1 fret lower. So then he rolls, or he slams down the ring finger on the 8th fret of both the G and the D string. And then he's going to flatten out the pointer finger so that he's getting that minor sound on the 6th fret on the G and the B string. But this middle finger's coming down to turn it major real quick. That's the double stop part. From there, he's going to rake, get a lot of noise hitting these sort of top strings before he arrives at the notes that he's going to actually play, which in this instance are 8th fret on the D string, 8th fret on the A string, 6th fret on the A string. And then he slides that down to the 5th fret, which is the 3rd of the 1, which is come back around. And now we're moving to the 5 chord, and he's just playing this fairly simple pentatonic idea. Not really necessarily catching the 5 there so much as just playing something bluesy in the home key, which is always safe. And then he hits this note, which is the major 9th, if you're thinking from the tonic, but remember the 5 chord has come around, so this is actually the 5th of the 5 chord, right? We're in the key of B flat. That means our 5 chord is F, and the 5th of F is C, which is this note. Stevie Ray Vaughan, hammer pull off on the flat 9. A little pentatonic, walk back up, then back to that sliding double stop idea, and then he's just going to repeat himself really quickly, double stop thing again, and that's bringing us right to when the chorus is about to turn back around, and he stabs the 5 chord a couple times. All right, so that chorus is less harmonically adventurous, but no less awesome, excellent playing. I've added a few things from that chorus to my bag for sure, but rest assured, as this solo winds on and on and on, we start moving further and further outside the box. So I'm looking forward to seeing you for the 3rd installment of the Josh Smith Goldmine. If this was helpful for you, please like the video. Give me a subscribe. We're going to have lots of videos focused on improving your blues guitar player, adding new fun ideas that twist the ear to help you stand out at your blues jam, on your record, whatever it is. All right? So see you next time. Thanks a lot.